Damn it. I tried to start 2 seconds early and there was a delay. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot the overhead cam. What's up, guys? We got Shadow Cloud and that's it. Shadow Cloud and that's it tonight. It's a personal show. Personal services show. All right. Let me see what it is telling me. I only ever. Okay. it's just getting into the painting. So it's just won the Corleone upon Usk. Vincent Pompetti original painting, the tri-site. So he talked up the tri-sites, and then he big boy bidded it on the open. He big boy bidded on the open, and he won it. It was a big time knockout bid. This weekend, we got the Keith era going. It's Severine weekend up in here, and always got some Modesty on hand, the infamous, and the big time Gadu. I don't know why that zooms in and out. I might have to invest in a legit face cam or whatever you call those things. All right, so we got the wheel set up. What we need is the overhead cam. We could rock that. Let me get that going. People are queuing up. It's happening. Don Fink discolored his fingers for sorcery. Hang on. Don Fink literally maimed himself in the name of sorcery. Oh, there he goes. All right, Vin Propane literally maimed himself in honor of sorcery. What dedication? All right, what we need is an extra camera. Oh, we got shit. I said there was going to be a giveaway. Let me see here. All right. Yeah, we got one set of coins of the Ed Bear Jr. coins. I said I was going to keep one sealed and display one, but instead I'm just going to give away my second to last set. I did give a set to my son. So let's go. Let's do one of these. All right, so we got some stuff here. We got the playmats. We're going to show the playmats. We got one box of alpha. We're going to break a box of alpha. And we got some artwork. And, oh, speaking of which, all right, yeah, I got to announce the upcoming featured painting of the week. We've had hell of a marathon going here. Is everybody hearing me okay? Should be going. My laptop is extremely loud right now. I'm not sure if it's going to make it. It seems to be struggling. I should have invested some time in a restart, but I thought it'd be kind of funny, actually, to be right on time. Right on time is actually kind of funny. Hang on a second here. Let me see what this... Oh, look at that. All right. I don't know if I like that. I got a little brighter. I look a little pastier now. That might have been a bad move. Who are the other two guys? We're up to 13 guys right now. 13 total guys. So what I need to do here, guys, speaking of guys, I need to queue up a couple of pictures. Oh, wow. What is going on here? All right, guys. So as we speak, we have Sorcery Con going on in Seattle. Seattle Sorcery Con is happening as we speak this weekend, the Unland Cup tournament. And what I need to grab here, though, is a couple of images that I need to show you guys. Actually, hang on here. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is... What is this? What is this? All right, so we'll do the... Should we do the painting? You guys want to see some artist proofs and altars? I gotta... Let me see... Let me see about this painting here. I don't have the painting in hand, and you'll see why. But it's gonna... So we just did a... This is gonna be interesting. We just did a painting and artist proof pairing, right? So it was from... Oh, actually, I gotta do my streaming here. Hang on. Show comments on stage. Only if they are new. New paintings? Are you talking about new paintings? We got new stuff coming. So, I don't know. Someone say something. It should be streaming. I think it'll come up once you start talking. I had my settings jacked up. All right, so what's going to happen here? This past week, we had the Carleon upon Usk. Lord of Itza just won the painting. It was a painting, and with the painting came this artist proof, right? Sorcery painting, sorcery artist proof, the tri-site. So he goes on, he hypes up the tri-sites. He says, guys, these tri-sites are legit. They're going to stand the test of time, right? Because people are playing 2-color decks. They're going to go to 3. You start playing these 4-player 2v2 formats and whatnot, you need more diversity, right? So you got this one. This is the artist proof by Vincent Pompetti. He only sent me 2 of these. I think I auctioned the first, and now this second one is going to Lord of Itza with his painting. It's going to have the original painting. This is a beautiful original painting. Look at that. It looks good. It looks good on screen. All right, so we got that. We always got the money, man, for good luck. The Smothering Tithe for good measure. Leo. Leo's always close by. That was a popular one on Instagram. You do own that. We had this one just popped off. Sean snagged this one. This was the last windmill that I had in stock from Elvira Palakowska. And I do have other proofs it'll be cycling through, but this was a big one. Of course, this is one of her duels from Alpha, so that's very popular. Square corners, artist proof, blank back, painted by Elvira Palakowska. And actually, what we're going to do maybe next weekend, if it sells out in time, is we're going to have another German sample pack, right? So I just got this one in, and I'll open it up this weekend, I guess, and people could buy into the sample pack break. What is the pricing at on that? 300 per slot? So 300 per card, which is where, ordinaries typically settle. Depending on, there's some interesting ordinaries that are pretty high-end and popular, but on average, they can be anywhere from 150 to 300-ish, I would say, and somewhere in that range. Like a lot would sell around 200 or so, and then you have, of course, the exceptional are actually extremely rare. Some of those still number in the single digits per our tracker that we have going. I believe some are still in the single digits, and then most are in the anywhere from single digits to upwards of I'm not sure if we found 20 copies of any exceptional rarity. So you typically find 3 of those in a pack unless there's an anomalous situation. Actually, I don't know that there's ever not been 3 exceptionals. There's been a few cases where has there been a case where there's a card missing, only 14? I'm not sure that that's happened either. I want to say maybe I saw that happen one time. I don't know. I think there's always 15, and there's been a couple, maybe 2 or 3 incidents where there's not been an elite or unique. So there's always an elite or unique slot, just like Alpha, right? An elite or a unique, one or the other, 3 exceptionals, and then 11 ordinaries. So the exceptionals and elites, and both elites and uniques, are stupid rare with sample cards. So we have a sealed pack here, and we'll get back to doing a break of those. I think we've done 30 breaks or something insane of sample packs. They're extremely expensive and just so hard to find. We got the Patreon giveaway of the coins. So this is my last set. I'm going to be doing a giveaway from Ed Bear Jr. And then I might transition to some art-centric giveaways. Is something I've been dabbling about for Patreon supporters. So that'll be pretty awesome. I did get sidetracked. All right, so before we go to the upcoming featured painting, since I have the zoom-in cam and I'm showing the Keith Era mechanism, we just launched the Keith Era mechanism Alpha Artist Proof. Unique. So it's a unique. There's only 29 copies. The 25 that Severine received. The 4 from the Avatar of the Realm top backer pledge tier. And then, she's auctioned. We've auctioned maybe a handful of these. It really has not been a lot that have been offered of the Keith Era mechanism. So it's a pretty rare opportunity. I was looking back at when we did the last one. It was sometime in 2024. So it's been, I want to say, was it October 2024? So it's been 9 months. They don't come up for auction that often. And that one sold for $1,000 even. I recall some of these sold for over 2,000 in the early days. It's such a banger of a card. So a unique relic of Preternal Providence. Bear's controller determines all random outcomes. All random outcomes. That's sick. Actually, so this is a relic that stays in play. I actually didn't realize the power of this at first. I thought it was like a one-time combo piece. But so for as long as you're holding it as a relic, and there's going to be more counter relic type stuff, or steel relics type things. But as long as you control it, you determine all random outcomes. You could get in multiple combos in a single turn or over several turns, for as long as you control it. All wins are favorable when the destination is unknown. So it's part of this beautiful kitty series that Severine did. So she worked this cat, a cat design into like a handful of artist proofs that she sent me. So these have been going really well. I think I've opened like the last several weeks with these on a Sunday to a Monday type of thing, or Saturday to Monday. This one is the featured auction because it's such a high-end card. Just started tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So number 12 of 25, the Kythera mechanism. Really beautiful. Zacharoni and cheese. What's up, man? Everybody loves the art of this game. It's one of the great things of Sorcery Contested Realm. So with this kitty series that Severine did, you have, and actually, I got the original painting right there too. Because it was kind of on theme for tonight. And then it will come with this awesome sketch as well. And yeah, you can see most of it. She puts it in this kind of like framed, and it's in a acid-free bag, but you can kind of see for scale, it's a nice size sketch, and it's a sketch of the cat. So that would really, it's so vivid, the blue, and it's really cool how you see like, well, you'll see on the playmat when I show it off, but when it's it's a lighter blue at the bottom, and then kind of blends into a deeper sky blue. It's sky blue blended into a deeper blue at the top. So it creates like a nice framed aesthetic to it. And then the usually what she will do, yeah, you can kind of see it. Maybe not as well, yeah, kind of subtly on this one. Or maybe she didn't do it on this one. Sometimes she'll experiment with some glitter paint type thing. Sorry, it's holding it too low. Wasn't even focusing. But this one, wow, it's really nice how she did the like eye type figures, and the white dots that kind of make it pop like that, if you see closely. But the almost fluorescent looking color of it makes it really pop. It really, I should stage these in like a binder, because when you put the artist proofs in a binder, several together, some of the altarists do this. They'll showcase their work and show kind of like the featured middle one in the middle of the binder, and it really pops out with all the various art pieces, or amongst like the standard printed side, and then you put in a full painted artist proof behind it. It looks really beautiful. What's up, Prem? All right, so we got that. This I pulled out just for fun. These were, you know what? I wonder if I have any left of these. I use these for giveaways. It's off center there. So Severine and I collaborated back in 2023. Wow, I can't believe it was that long ago. I gave a lot of these away to Collector Art House Patreon supporters, and they're all signed by Severine. And they had this like really nice, beautiful print in the back. And then I think she wrote me up. Actually, she might have wrote that personal message on all of them. But you see it's signed by Severine. And yeah, like I say, I gave those away. And sometimes like when people buy artist proofs or altars when they win an auction, or a painting, what have you, sometimes I'll include like a postcard size work of art like that signed by the artist. So I have several from Lindsay. And then what I do is I buy those from the artist, and then I give them away to people. Here's another one of the Four Waters. Four Waters of Paradise, Art Severine Pineaux. And then she signs every single one of those. And then usually if I write a message, I'll write it on the envelope. I used to write it on the back of the card. I don't know. Some people like to display them and have it very pristine. So I've been writing on a message on the envelope. But there you have it. It's a beautiful artwork. It's about postcard size. And if you get it in one of these, you can pick up these. It's a nice card from Rodney Matthews. To Mike, as promised. All the best. Rodney and Sarah. Rodney Matthews, man. Such a legend. Such a legendary artist. Underappreciated in Sorcery. People forget about Rodney. He only had the one card in Alpha, and then a bunch in Arthurian Legends. He really had a breakthrough. A lot of licensed work in Alpha. But you can buy these acrylic magnetic displays, right? And then you could It's going to be hard to show you, but you can display it vertically or horizontally, depending on if it's like a landscape. And it stands on its own, right? It's pretty thick. So those are pretty awesome. Let me put that aside. And then, so we got the Four Waters. I think I have the Ring of Morrigan in a print like that. And, the Philosopher's Stone. So, yeah, I just include those at random sometimes. And what else do I have here? Oh, I have some of the Occult Rituals. Again, I bought these from Lindsay. So it says, thank you for supporting Sorcery from Lindsay Crummett. That's how she signs her initials, which is really cool. She's been doing that on a lot of her artist proofs and altars. The Ancient Dragon. And then I think I have a few, Seasoned Sellsword, which I actually own the original painting of that. I love that piece. What else is in here? AP. I think I have some Snow Leopards from Lindsay somewhere too. But I'm way off tangent. Here's my little thing for the art house. So Severine allowed me to use her logo very graciously for the playmats, and then for this logo design when I went to the Courtesan Cup last year, we have the Collector Art House logo in there, and it just has some information about the Patreon. So thank you to all the Patreon supporters. I also run special offers in Patreon. You get a 10% discount on an exclusive code for Bearish acrylic cases, which is the best possible discount you can get from the Bearish brothers. Great business, great guys, stand-up guys. All right, let me clear some space. We need to talk about the painting now. Do you guys want to? Did I run an Atlas Thorn auction this past week? Does anyone remember? What I've been doing with Atlas is we've been running an Atlas Thorn altar auction once every 2 weeks. We wanted to pace it a little slower. He lives down in Australia, so it takes forever for him to ship to me. And then every week was too much for an icon like Atlas. He put so much effort into his work, and I think people appreciate it more. Oh, yeah. Okay, so June 2nd. Yeah, that's right. Last weekend we ran the Sorcerer Bunny. So I don't know if we'll do one this week or maybe next week. I'll have to see what else I have from him. I might have some avatars and some other things. All right, let me see. All right, so what I need to do, guys, is find you an image to show what's going on with a featured artist of the week. This is going to be a first time we've attempted something like this. It's going to be an altar from one of the favorite altarists with a special twist. Is Atlas planning on releasing playmats? Are you talking about for his tower artworks or other art beyond Sorcery? Because yes, I actually have been talking to Atlas about that. I'd probably collaborate with him because he lives in Australia. It's expensive as hell for him to ship to people all over the US. So I would probably work out some kind of deal with him to be a supplier for the US, similar to how I did that with Severine and other artists I've been talking with. All right, guys. So what we need to do, I think I found it. So there's 2 images I need to grab. I don't have the artwork in hand. It's going to be shipping directly from the artist. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. This is going to be exciting. All right, so I need to save this. Yeah. All right, where could I save this without causing a problem here? Some top level? All right, so we're going to go with, what are we doing here? All right, so let me title this. All right, so we got 2 images I got to find. I was thinking about some of his wonderful altars. Yeah, I think so. With the altars, I did ask him about that. The thing with the altars is when you paint on a small card, sometimes it can be difficult to blow it up to the size you need for a playmat and have enough resolution quality to print it in larger size on a playmat without it getting distorted. If you think about it, in Sorcery, it works just the opposite, right? Your mind thinks like, oh, well, it's on the card, you're doing the same thing. No, it's actually an original hand-painted painting first. So the artists have the full-size painting. And, the smallest painting I've seen in Sorcery is probably 8 by 11, sometimes 9 by 12 inches. And then like a lot of them are 16 by 20 or 12 by 18, like larger format, sometimes even larger. So you have these larger images. They're either scanned or they take a high resolution image, and then you can make a playmat out of it. So with Atlas, to do it with an altar is problematic, but if you were to do some original paintings, that would be a great opportunity. And certainly with the images of the was it 3 towers, right? The 3 towers that he did for the prize support, that's a potential as well. All right, so I got one of the images, and then okay, guys, oof, this is sick. Wait till you see this one. This is exciting. All right, how can I cue this up without blowing it? All right, people are DMing me, getting DMs, very distracting. All right, guys. So what we need to do is, I'm not showing my monitor yet by design because we don't want to reveal this too soon. All right, so we're going to have this image first, and then we're going to have that image. All right, guys. So here's the deal. Coming up this week, this is the first time ever from Collector Art House, from a Sorcery Contested Realm community group and the Collector Art House Discord, one of the altarists, right? So the altarists, some of these people see these altars and artist proofs and things on, it's funny, it's been a trend, like on YouTube. I do these YouTube shorts, or on Collector Art House Media Instagram, I'll do a short, and people will see the video, or sometimes I'll post like a picture, and people are like, what is this proxy card? Like, why would people play with this proxy card? And I'm like, nah, it's not a proxy card. That's a original painting. It is painted on the card. It blows people's mind because these artists are so talented. It's this incredible detail. So I show those, and people are sometimes confused. Here we have a very unique situation. So one of the altarists who I've been working with for quite a while, has appeared on the show. Any guesses? An altarist who has appeared on the show. Who in the chat can guess who we're talking about here? There's only been, well, if you count altarists that became sorcery artists, there's more than I was about to say. But this is a pure altarist, all right? Think about an altarist. We're up to 0 guesses right now. 0 guesses. Yeah, Vin Propane. You got the Stone and the Four Waters? All right, so there was an altarist who became a sorcery artist, Vivian Kalazans, right? So Kaio was a self-taught artist. He did altars for Magic the Gathering for many, many years, a long time. And finally, he got some visibility and recognition. Eric discovered him. And what is this? Nice. I'm getting Patreon messages. And he's in Sorcery, right? But Kaio's wife, Vivian Kalazans, is also an amazing altarist. And you could tell their styles kind of mirror. I don't want to say they mirror each other, but you could almost look at some of their work sometimes and almost think like either one of those artists could have done it. Like, because they learn from each other, right? And they really influence each other, right? It was a beautiful thing, husband and wife duo. So Vivian's been doing altars for quite a while, and we got a special altar coming up this week. I'm going to show it on the screen right now. So I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, let's do it like this. All right. Share screen. We have an altar from Vivian Kalazans. Secret Tunnel. Secret Tunnel. I don't know if I could blow it up well enough. Of course, I'll share the picture. Here we go. It's coming up nice. All right, I'll share these pictures. It'll go up Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. And it'll run till Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So why a full week, Friday to Sunday? Usually it's 24 hours, right? So it's a 24-hour thing. Take a look at this. Mentally process, or actually take a screenshot of this, because you're going to want to look at this while I show the next thing. Secret tunnel, right? An exceptional site of subterranean passage. This was done after the next thing I'm going to show you. Okay? And you'll see what I mean in a minute. This is an adder to the actual featured thing. And you'll see why. This is an original painting. It'll be a first full-size original painting offer from an altarist. So it's not sorcery artwork. It's an artist that's built a name for herself doing altars on sorcery cards. So this is a large, full-scale, full-size original painting from Vivian Kalazans, right? We kind of like, so she did this first, right? Independent of the game. But we're like, what does this image, this card remind us of? In some ways, almost like Cursed Land in that her husband Vivian, or that her husband Kaio did. But it has this opening and inside of a cave, right? That looks like a secret tunnel. So what she did is she got the secret tunnel card and she recreated this image as an altar of secret tunnel. You see, that is the painting. There's the secret tunnel. So this would be a normal size altered secret tunnel card, exceptional site, and then a large full size original painting of the same concept. Freaking amazing. So she's picking it up tonight, actually, I think she said, or tonight or tomorrow, or maybe Sunday morning. And then I'm going to post this sometime on Sunday. I should have it sometime on Sunday. I will post it, and then it'll go live. This will be the featured auction for the week, and we'll see what the interest and demand is for full size paintings, detailed paintings like this from Altarist artists, right? So if it goes well, fantastic, right? Just like Dustin Broussard was a huge success at SorceryCon last year. He sold a ton of paintings at SorceryCon, and then afterwards, since then. So if it goes well, hopefully I can collaborate with other artists, and maybe we'll see, I don't know, who knows, Atlas Thorn or Andrina Jardim. Give this a shot as well too. It's got to be worth the time, right? If it's selling like super cheap, like it's not really getting the bid interest, then it's, they'll just stick to altars because it's really not worth the effort. But if there's appropriate demand to justify the time to do a full scale piece like that, it's a beautiful idea. Something like this could take several days, if not a week, to paint, really depending on the pace that the artist works at. And then the altars themselves can also take like a full day in some cases, depending again how quick they work. But it's extremely detailed altar like this. You might be looking at a day or two of work and then drying time and whatnot. But I wish there was a way. There's probably not a good way to show them side by side on the screen together. Certainly, I'll work on doing so when I fully showcase this. But an amazing pairing. It'll be a really good experiment to see, what the demand is for something like that. And just a stunning work by Vivian. Really happy to kind of give that a shot, and hopefully she'll have some great success with that awesome offer. All right, so let's do the Patreon giveaway here. So I got 140 names on the wheel. We had 140 paid tier Patreon supporters. 140. I think that's about right. So I went in and I manually added. We've had a handful of folks or so sign up in the last week or two. So we should have everybody represented on the wheel. And this will be for the Ed Bear Jr. collectible coins. And I think we've had one confirmed, the Kairos, from the Dragon Lord mini set. Good Buck is something he did a long time ago. He has not confirmed that, so I'm not sure that that's in. And then Moonsong unconfirmed as well. So we'll see what comes of those other two artworks. But we know that Kairos is in there. And these coins are sick. Let's give it a spin. They're large. They're heavy. They're like a silver dollar, right? But they're even heavier. They're really thick and awesome. Oh, Luke. All right, man. Luke is the man. Great guy. I'm very happy for him. When I think Luke is like one of the early Patreon supporters that's been with me since, man. Like I started Patreon, when was it, guys? 2022 or maybe early 2023. Some of these guys been in there for going on like closer to 3 years now. So really appreciate the support. I'm gonna leave them on the wheel for next time. And yeah, congrats, man. Congrats to, I don't know what happened here. Is this his guy's name? I don't know, man. I don't know if that one mistranslated. You got a bunch of symbols up in there. All right, so congrats to Luke. Yeah, great guy. I've done deals with him in the past before. We have 4 people for the break tonight. So these guys went hard. We got Pyle with 15. Corberto picked up the last 4. And then Jeff Toohey with his standard 10. Hopefully still awake. I don't know. It's 10 o'clock. It's way past his bedtime. We'll see. He'll be watching it tomorrow and giving us a play-by-play recap in the Discord. And then we got Laxon for 10. And I do have them pre-labeled. So we're all ready to go. But before we do that, guys, I owe you an update on the playmats, right? So let me do this. Let me take this off the screen. We'll go back to dual screen for a moment. And so Patreon supporters, I mean, all right, so I did a pre-order on the playmats. When was this? Was it in like March, April? It's embarrassingly long ago. And I did caveat, I was like, listen, guys, it's the first time attempting with these manufacturers, first collaboration with an artist on a playmat product. So you're going to have to please be patient. I don't have an exact timeline on how this is going to go. And, you know, and then this all hell broke loose with China, Trump, tariffs, a lot of mayhem, right? So what happened was I get the first prints, right? I get the samples first. And let me expand the overhead cam while I'm talking about it. So I get the sample prints first, and they look like more saturated, right? A little more vibrant than what you're seeing here with this version of the Key Thera mechanism. Sample prints. So they send me a sample prints of every variant. We got the Key Thera mechanism in the single player and the 2-player. We got Bower of Bliss, single player, 2-player. And then we have Philosopher's Stone, single player, 2-player. And then another variant of the Philosopher's Stone, which has the Collector Art House and the logo in single player and in 2-player. All right. So I got the samples. Then I get these, right? And these are a lot more like less saturated, let's say, or less vibrant. Some people don't like a more saturated look. It's kind of like some people have said they prefer the old school look of, or I don't know if old school is the right term, but the original look of the alpha cards or the first print of beta, as an example, right? And somewhat comparable, alpha to beta, right? Fairly comparable. But then when you let's use beta as example, as you got to the second print and then the final summer print, so to speak, or the recent version, those are a lot more vibrant and fluorescent. Some people are like, wow, that's awesome, really striking. Other people are like, it almost looks a little too much, right? I like the first print a little more. So this is kind of like a first print, third print type of situation. Where at first I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, because I really liked the samples. Like that was my personal preference. I thought those were pretty hot. And then I took like a side by side image, or I took a picture, right? And I compared the ones. So they sent me the full print run, and it was like close to 300 mats, right? It was a lot because we did a pre-order window for a couple weeks. And a lot of people bought in. You did not have to be a Patreon paid tier supporter to buy them, but you had to join the Patreon, at least at the free tier, to opt in. I did a post like Rudy style, right, where you announce the order windows open and then people comment. So I have it all in one place. I could go plug it into my spreadsheet. I could track what everybody ordered, track payments and everything, you know, compared to the PayPal payments and make sure everything checks out and then confirm the orders, right? So I have the samples. I get the full 300-ish playmats arrive, and the color variance is more than I expected, right? So I reached out to my friend Ed Beer Jr. because Ed's got a lot of experience with this, right? And I was like, "What do you think of this, Ed? Is this a reasonable amount of variance?" And he was like, "I don't think so." He's like, "No." He's like, "You can expect 10 to 15%. That you're probably looking at like a 30, 40% difference, like significantly difference out of the reasonable realm of printing variance." So someone messed up at the printer. They didn't make it close enough to the samples, whatever the case may be. So I talked to Severine Pineaux, the artist. Oh, you got it, man? Yeah, Jeremy. What's up, man? Yeah, he loves the first Bower. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like at first I was like, shit, I don't know. I love the samples that they sent me. So I reached out to Severine and I was like, what do you think of this? And I just showed her in pictures. She's like, I don't know, Mike. Like, it's really hard to tell in pictures. How does it look in person? And I was like, well, I really like the sample print and I can't just like ship these off if they look significantly different. I got to we got to figure this out, right? What are we going to do to the Patreon supporters or everyone? Again, not just paid tier. It was just a matter of process that other people signed up. A lot of people did sign up at paid tier because I also offered a discount on the playmat. So there's a lot of value in a lot of different ways with the Patreon, and that's one of them. So we went back and forth, and we're like, yeah, we can't just send out those prints. We got to like let people know what happened and either give them a choice or we throw these out. And so what happened was I reached out with the manufacturer. I explained this variance issue. They agreed. They said it's outside of our normal tolerance bounds of what we would expect. So we worked out doing a whole reprint of the 300 mats or whatever it was, close to 300. And I ordered some overage too to make sure, shipments arrived on time. And I wanted to have some extras too in case people decided to purchase some later. So we went through that cycle. I'm still working through it, and then all hell breaks loose with the tariff situation, right? And so the tariff situation is not just about cost. A lot of stuff was getting jammed up at port with shipment. There was a lot of chaos and issues going on, right? So then what happened was the manufacturer had trouble sourcing the materials for the playmat, like the neoprene, right? And these are printed in the US, but the raw materials are sourced from overseas, right? So that was an issue. And he's like, listen, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to make you whole on this and do the right thing and run the second print, but it's going to take me some time to get the materials in house so they can be printed. And the 2-player mat, because the 2-player mat in Sorcery is not a custom size you can buy from a playmat producer. They actually have to cut the material to size. So it's a custom order. So they could print the single-player mats. He has the materials for that, but I got to have the whole thing, the whole order. So he said what happened was, and I just got an email just before the show, so I can give you guys a timeline. This was very timely. It's going to be a few more weeks until he gets the materials. That's the frustrating thing of this, right? So, but before I didn't even have a timeline. So I was really like, is this guy going to freaking deliver or what the hell is going on? So he came back. He says, I have a concrete update on the 2-player mats. The materials will be in our possession. So his possession at the company no later than June 24th. So here we are on June 6th. June 24th puts us about 2 weeks out. It's really 2 weeks from this coming Tuesday. So he'll have it in hand June 24th. Once we have them, we need at most 5 days to press and ship. This puts us at shipment to you by the end of this month. So what that means is I could conservatively say I will have it probably first or second week of July if this schedule holds and they deliver on their word on this, right? So let's call it like mid-July, the week after 4th. I wouldn't want to ship 4th of July weekend anyway because people will be traveling and I don't want it sitting on doorsteps. So let's just say the week after 4th of July, which is 4 Fridays from now is the 4th of July. Probably that week. I'm hoping I'll get it that week. Maybe I might get it the week after that. So maybe the week of the 7 to 11 July or the week after that. You're looking at second, third week of July as well, when hopefully I will have all of those new playmats in hand and I'll start the shipment of the pre-orders. After that happens, I will open up more orders with the excess that I have in case other people want to get in. So if you join the Patreon at a paid tier, you'll get a discount. If you just join as a free tier member, that's how you order, but it'll be more expensive. All right. And in both cases, it's going to be more than the pre-order. The pre-order was a special price for those that have waited. I want to be able to give back. And so when I announce all these details, I'll write up a Patreon update communicating that timeline, and I'll give you guys a choice between the first print, which is what you're looking at here. In each of these versions, I'm going to show you in a minute, first print versus second print. So you can choose which you personally like better. And of course, I'll post pictures of these so you can really see and decide. I actually already did that, but if you guys want to see videos or whatever, I could do more to give you a good look. And then you just tell me you want first print or second print of each of these, and then I'll make it happen once I have them in stock. If you just want them now or as soon as possible, I'll just send these out. I have all these of the first prints that I can honor. All right, guys. So here is the first print of the Key Theory mechanism. Now, take a screenshot, do whatever you have to do, because I'm going to pull this away, and you're going to see the second print, right? There's the second print. You see how much more vibrant this is? And you're not seeing the true colors. There's a lot more yellowish and vibrant green here. The sky blue pops a little more, a little deeper blue up front. If you kind of compare to the original art, it's almost maybe even like a little more vibrant than the original art. So, and Eric did tune this. I mean, I have the original painting back there, which is a more subdued blue, actually, when you think about it. So the card does not perfectly match the original painting, does not perfectly match the playmat. That's the nature of the beast. The original painting is never a true one-for-one with the print. You know, they try to approximate the color values as best they can, but in printing, you know, you're always going to have some variance. So the card, the playmat, again, take a look. And here I'll contrast it. Some people like this darker, deeper, more matte finish kind of blue, right? Versus the more like fluorescent or saturated type look. So it's really a personal preference. They're both going to have the logos like that. The other mistake he made is on these new samples. I was like, hey, man, you got to go to the final files that I sent you and make sure both logos are on there. So it's subtle. You got the Collector Art House logo and Severine's logo. And they're down there. You know, it's not like a big-ass logo. And they're kind of aesthetic, too. And they actually work really well with the Keith era being gold on gold. So this will have the double logo down here as well. You can kind of see, you could really see the saturation difference, right? So it's really going to be a personal preference. You guys can look at the pictures. Let me know what you prefer. One more look at the second print, right? This will be the new ones that I'm expecting to come sometime around first week of July, let's say. I should have those in hand. And I have a full run of these in hand. So if you like this, I could send it to you this week. Just let me know in the Patreon if you were part of the pre-order. All right, so moving on. First print, Philosopher's Stone. And then there's a variant of this that has my logo in the stone. But this is first print, right? So these are the ones I have the larger order of. I can fill this right now. Or you can wait till July. These ones, 2 logos at the bottom here. And they really blend in nicely. You know, you don't even really think about it or notice it that much. I'm just showing you the single players tonight, too. Of course, the 2 players are very comparable. But then you have the 2-player of, this is the one with my logo. He just happened to send this and not like a sample of this one with no logo. But I'll have it both ways, right? And the colors will be comparable in the second print to this. And this one, since the logo is in the stone up here, this one only has the Severine logo at the bottom. So again, first print, more of like a less saturated look, and then second print, more saturated. Shadow Cloud. I asked this on Patreon, but I'll ask here too, if the stone inverted. If this is the phone, is there a typo there? Is the stone inverted on run 1 and not on the second run? I don't know. That's a good catch. It does look inverted on the one with the logo. I'll have to check the print file. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like you have this is more green and that's more fire red and orange. On the one without my logo, it is inverted the other way. So that's just how Severine did the design file. I think it was a difference between the one with my logo and the one without. That might have been like she might have done that intentionally to fit my logo with the Philosopher's Stone. So that's what you expect on the one without the logo for single player and 2-player. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is I didn't have a 1-for-1 Shadow Cloud because the sample they sent me is the one with my logo. He did not send me a sample of the one without the logo. So this is the full production run version of this one. And then this is what the new print will look like. Just imagine it without the logo, and yes, it'll probably be inverted like this. All right. But it's really the color saturation is probably the most important thing you want to consider in terms of preference, what you like. All right, so here's the Bower of Bliss. This one, first print, regular print, looks amazing. Again, the colors, I have like really harsh lighting right now, so you really can't get appreciation for the purples and stuff. You'll see it much better in the pictures if you go to Collector Art House Patreon. This is the full print print one run, production run that I have right now in stock. And then what I'm going to expect here come early July is this more saturated, vibrant version, right? So some people like that. Other people like a more subdued. They both, you can see like at the bottom, they're very comparable. But you could also see the gold logos, look quite different. One more yellowish, one more goldish. And then you could kind of see it in some of the foliage and the feathers of the pelican and the birds and different things really pop, right? Again, it's personal preference, depending on how you want to play or display, however you use playmats. All right. So there's the playmats, guys. I don't know if I'm showcasing and doing a break, I'd probably use this version perhaps instead of the more vibrant. This could actually be a little distracting. Oh, you like it inverted? That's funny. Yeah, it's like that's what I was saying, Ghost Pants, earlier on. It really is like wave 1 and wave 3. So thanks for bearing with me there, guys. If you're into those mats, I will have, assuming this freaking guy like comes through and fulfills my second print run order, I will have plenty of playmats to order. So that's a nice thing. I wasn't going to have like a ton extra after the pre-order, but now I'm doing a full second production run. So I will have a lot that I can offer. And I'm also going to be doing giveaways. By the way, the single player with my logo in the middle. Actually, did I even get a single player with my logo from that guy? I gotta hit this guy up before I press the button, because I think actually what happened was I used a different producer for the ones with my logo in the middle, a different manufacturer, and they came in bags like this for the single player. I forget, the 2 players might have too. So this was actually a different manufacturer that was actually able to deliver pretty quickly, but the color saturation yet again was a little different on these. So I gotta get with the guy. The one when I get the second print run, it's gonna be only without logo. I already have the ones with my logo in hand. So glad I went through that just now. I'll tighten it up. This freaking guy, man. This freaking guy. Like, he's trying to do the right thing. He's in a bind, tariff havoc, sourcing materials. It's always something. So it's frustrating. This is why I don't work with partners, guys. This is why I do my own thing. The Collector Art House is a one-man show. You depend on other people, and you lose control, and it's pure chaos. You can only count on yourself in this life when you really think about it, right? Who else can you really depend on? Who else? Nobody. Nobody's there. Nobody's there at the end of the day. So it's you and only you. We're all going to die alone. I'm just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Calm down. It's getting morbid up in here. All right, you guys here for an alpha break or what? Should we break? Hey, why don't you watch me manhandle this box really quick with the axe tool? We'll go with some box manhandling. So what we're going to do, only one box this week. We've been doing 2 boxes for the past several weeks, but only one box sold. It was pretty short notice. When did I announce this? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Usually I do it like the weekend before, or at least by Sunday or Monday, so people have time to consider if they want to buy in, and then they usually do within the week. And if we're a little short, someone steps up and becomes a hero. It seems like it always sells out like the day before or day of. I don't know if people are raising cash or just thinking about it all week and then getting FOMO, but we got a full box, Brahmer bust. And like I say, usually I like to do 2 boxes. I do have several cases of alpha. I was a Avatar of the Realm backer. I actually got the rest of my Kickstarter kit. There's a few odd-end items that I still had to get signed by Eric, so really exciting. I think, where did I put it, guys? I thought I had in this pile. Those are the Curioses. Really nice card with a message from Eric. I'll show you later. Remind me, guys, later if you're interested in seeing that card. I don't want to screw around too much more. But yeah, there were some signed playmats I got over there, signed by Eric. Some pre-constructed decks for those, signed by Eric. Gold signature, really awesome. Looks great. I'm glad he chose gold. It's a really nice choice. Aesthetic. Gold on black. Can never go wrong with gold on black. All right, hang on, guys. Figure out how to do this. There we go. Back to the wheel. Shuffle it up. 4 people. We got the 4 dividers. We're going to need a lot of pennies. I can feel it. A lot of top loaders for the foil uniques. All right. We're finally into it. Dude, 50 minutes. We got it all done. You know how long it took me to get through that playmat story? And we're still only 50 minutes in. In less than an hour, we're already on the wheel. Jeff Toohey. He's usually towards the end. Yet he's probably still is sleeping. he's got to get up early and scrub his toilets. Toohey. I bust his chops. I say, who's waking up at like 5 a.m. on a Saturday? Besides me. You got to be some kind of maniac. Too efficient. That's right, Noble. Is a high efficiency operation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good luck, Toohey. It's go time, baby. I actually cut my finger a little bit. I was cutting a watermelon. No, I think I was cutting a block of cheese. That's why I was pushing on the blade like a moron, trying to get through the block. What do we got here? We had 1 inverted. But then I was cutting a watermelon later on. Just so you know. Just keeping it real. Wanted to give you the full story. Oh, Sean. Nocturnal Sean. What time is it there, Sean? Let me think here. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m.? 4 a.m.? Look at those calluses. That's a man's hand. That's a man's hand right there. Yeah, he's late, man. He's in Alaska, is it, Sean? I'm an old man. I can't remember. Oh, sleep. That's a card right. Oh, the Mega Amoeba. I don't pull that card too much. It's an elite, so you wouldn't expect to. Is that part of the art? It looks like it's been gashed right down the card. But that's actually, is that part of the art? What's going on here, guys? Is there a line right across the card over the text box? That can't be right. Is this like a misprint? Or what is that? That can't be right, can it? Nah, not across the text box. Dude, this is like a misprint. That's not part of the art. That is a misprint. Look at that. There's a black line. You would never have a black line. Eric would never allow a black line over the text box. That's wild. We can prove it because we got the full art right on the back. No black line. You never seen an amoeba like that. You have a misprint foil. Elite. Alpha. It's kind of this is some interesting karma here. An elite monster engulfs the realm. This black line is engulfing the freaking text box. Eric would not have that. You cannot have that. There is never any engulfing of the text box. Citations. Citations for that. Someone's got to pay. That's a great artwork, though. Look at these bodies just getting absolutely massacred and engulfed in the amoeba. Actually, I don't know if I still have it up here. I might have brought it down into storage, but I have a token sheet that the company gave me in the very early days. Very nice gesture. I really appreciate that. A token sheet. And it has the amoebas on there and some of the foot soldiers and stuff like that. Token uncut sheet. Amazing. All right, well, we got a misprint amoeba. I don't know if that helps or hurts. I don't know if that helps or hurts the valuation. What do you guys think? Does that help or hurt the value of that card? Oh, man. Yeah, that line jumped out to me. You can't miss it. If you're the art guy, you got to notice these things. Bloodstain will eventually allow DNA authentication on cards in the future. That's true. You always gash your hand before it breaks so people can't call you a scammer. It's provenance. It's a provenance consideration. Yeah, everyone's saying it's a misprint. Thanks for the wound update. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm here for you. All right. Oh, the captain. Captain Baldus. What a great artwork. Vincent Pompetti, stud. How can nobody compete with Lord of Itza for that Corleone? It's the Guttering, not flickering. It's the mystical flickering. Yeah. Was that a beta curio? It's I don't know what I was talking about. I got distracted. You guys are talking on Discord. I'm getting notifications. Sean's in the stream. He's on the Discord. What time is it over there, Sean? Iceland. Oh, Iceland. Yeah. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really know the difference between Iceland and Alaska. It's all the same to me. They're all the 51st state nowadays anyway, aren't they? We're coming for Canada. And then who's the other guy who was busting his chops recently? That said we were going to see. Oh, was it UK? Yeah, the guy that's doing the new frames. He's in the UK. We're coming for that. That'll be 52. He'll be a U.S. citizen before you know it. And then we'll get those frames in here. Yeah, so this guy's, I thought he was just 3D printing these frames at home. I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen something like this before. And he's like, nah, man, I got these big-ass machines at work. And then he showed the pictures in the Collector Art House Discord. And he starts slamming the, do you see that video where he was slamming the frame on the table? Things like indestructible. So it's a real legit operation. Oh, look at that. Dan just got a special one of these. What's going on with my autofocus tonight? Is it the lighting? It was working just fine. All right, maybe I can't go that high. It was working just fine earlier, but yeah, maybe I got to do one of these. He got the plague. He got a special plague. He's at Sorcery Con as we speak. You think I'm gonna? Oh, it's a sight box. All right. So we're looking for the foil mirror realm or the pillar. What's the price on the pillar? Is the pillar played a lot? Gigantism. That was people were into that as a sample card in the early days. They kind of changed the power level of it a bit. We got to get, so like I say, guys, if you're just joining late, we have 21 people now. We're gonna look to do a sample pack break next week if you guys are interested. Maggio, what's up, buddy? What time is it in Puerto Rico right now? Is there a time zone difference there? I'm on the East Coast. I'm on the East Coast. You're in a nondescript place, which I can't find on the map because I'm a moron. I'm really bad at geography, guys. I really don't. I really just got to look it up when I travel. That's what they got GPS for, right? This guy's hitting a lot of foils. The boss troll. And I can't get decent. I don't know if I should do more light or, oh, God, it's blinding. I don't know if I should do more light or less light to get this autofocus going, or try to position this camera a little differently. Do one of those. All right. Boss troll. Yeah, okay. Might be able to work with that. Got a little more sheen on the face. Caribbean? What do you mean Caribbean? Oh, Caribbean time zone? Is that a thing? You're learning something on every stream. He's in the Caribbean time zone, 10:30. Oh, yeah, it's 10:30 here, too. What do you know? Just getting warmed up. Might not even go to midnight tonight. We didn't have a 1 hour. Well, you know what it is? I forgot. Sometimes I have a 1 hour introductory discussion with a guest, but that did not come to pass today. Yeah, you missed my introductory. Oh, Pudge. Hey, ho, how about it, guys? Oh, my God. How many Eric's Curiosas have I pulled recently? Do I got to show you the EC showcase? I could do it. Is that centered? Is that off center? It's just the angle. It's slightly, maybe. It's not bad. Might not be perfect, though. Dude, I pull Eric's Curiosa like it's my job lately. And in some ways it is. Let me do this all the time and quit my job. That way Vin doesn't freaking win these paintings when I'm trying to be an honest American. Putting in my 40 for the week. I come home, people are DMing me, Mike, there's a painting in the dust store. Oh, let me go check. Oh, sold out. Oh, thanks, pal. No one alerted my shock collar. Swedish version is not the Swedish version. I actually need the Swedish version. So if you are the guy with the Swedish version, let me know. You know what's missing from this bunch of fun toys? The Swedish version that just came out. A week ago I was the man. Now I'm just some degenerate scumbag with a dream. Missing everything. EC Beta Curio. EC Alpha non-foil. So we're starting from modern times to ancient times. EC Alpha Curio, EC Alpha Artist Proof, Eric signed Artist Proof, Avatar of Fire Precon sample card, Rafa playtest card, inverted, Rafa playtest card, both signed, Red Zone Rogue playtest card, printed by Eric in New Zealand, The first cards Eric ever gave out to influencers and friends to playtest the game. That's what those two are. Those are iconic. Yep. So, I'm one short, guys. I'm one short. Yeah, I should get the Swedish version signed by Eric. It's tough. It's tough being me, guys. One day you're a hole, next day you're a freaking chump. Just an average guy with nothing. Dreams crushed. All right. Pendulum of Pearl, baby. A unique foil. This guy's crushing. Right off the top of the box. Is this Jeff Toohey? Jeff Toohey's going to lose his mind tomorrow. He's going to flip these as fast as he can and buy into next week's break until he hits a bomb, a Braum, or the Death Dealer Curio. What a freaking set. Did I pull the EC Curio for Toohey last week? No. It wasn't Toohey. Was it Pyle? Toohey and Pyle, I think, both came back this week. I think it was Pyle. Man. So we already hit a unique foil and an Eric's Curiosa. Unbelievable. Insane 10 packs, Vin. Vin and this guy are the two luckiest guys on the planet today. I thought I saw another foil. Maybe it was just a Curio. Let's see. It is a foil. He's got another foil coming. Oh, it's the Sublo. Exceptional. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So go to collectorarthouse.com. I have a behind the art feature article about the Anui Undyne. And you know who that is? Who's read the article? Who knows who this is? Who is this girl? Who is this? 200 for the pendulum? Unique foil? That's weak for Alpha. Who is this on the Undyne? Who knows? He really did work his fingers to the bone. You always thought it was me? I'm flattered. It is his daughter. Good call. Good call, Billy Risley. It is Tony's daughter. Billy Risley. All right, guys. Last pack. He gets a foil or an EC per pack. Daughter of the King. It was the King's birthday the other day, guys. For those of you not on Facebook, the Facebook community group, I wish him a happy birthday. A lot of people chimed in. Thank you guys for doing that. He was very happy. We got a narcotic, unique. All right, so yeah, he was very thankful for all the well wishes and the happy birthdays. He got a unique foil. He got the Anui Undyne. He got the Eric's Curiosa. Those are the two bangers. Let's show those on top. A basic sight. Oh, and he got an elite too. All right, so he gets a unique foil, an elite foil, an exceptional foil, and two ordinaries in 10 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bangers in 10 packs. And then there was also a few other uniques. He also got a few other uniques. Got to move a couple things around. Get that lid off of there. This is Jeff Toohey. So it goes into the Jeff Toohey spot. Beast. Smash it right into the microphone. Dent a few cards. No problem. No damage was done, Toohey. Don't worry about it, pal. All right. Smash a few cards, good to go. Didn't know that was actually Tony's daughter. It is. Oh man. All right, we won't let him know what you said. You might wake up in a body bag. Tony finds out. King doesn't mess around. Remember when he was on my show and he had all those weapons on the wall? He said he had to protect the neighborhood or something like that. Bear Toe. Bear Toe only got 4 because he cleaned up the pack. Usually we have a minimum of 5 that we do. But he cleaned up. So we let the 4 slip through. I didn't want to be shipping off onesie twosie cards. So I usually do like 5 You know, I'll go with the fixed rate box. You got better odds with 5 too. It's a better experience. Ooh, Geistwood. So I just got one of these Geistwood playmats signed by Eric. And an exceptional. What a pack. Exceptional foil. Jussie. Beautiful artwork. Jussie's the man. All right, unique and a foil. Not bad. Not bad. We're going through pennies fast. And top loaders. He's going to double strike me with the Grim Gizarm. Is that the X? The X tool? Did you know I own that original painting? I wish I had it handy. That would have been a moment. But I think it's in a basement or something. I actually own that painting. Believe it or not. What are the odds? Who would have guessed it? I like tools. I like axe tools. I like the Spear of Destiny. I like Troll Curios even. Only Boss Troll. The other ones could go after themselves. The Boss Trolls are highly smokable. Yeah, you're going to be ended. You're going to be ended by the king. He's been sitting on the screen this whole time. So oh, another foil. Man, we're hitting a lot of... How many freaking foils are in this box? Unbelievable. Oh, that's a cool one. The Drought. Who thinks to do an artwork like that? That is highly underrated artwork. That is nutty. Mikkel is extremely skilled, guys. Who would paint like that? Only Mikkel. He's so original and gifted. I gotta get him on the show again. He was awesome at Sorcery Con, wasn't he? He was the man. And he's going to... What is this, upside down? It wouldn't release. He's going to an event up in the Netherlands, actually. He's going to be a guest up there. You should go see him. You should go see him, Sean. Iceland, Netherlands, isn't that more or less the same thing? They're both lands. How far apart could it be? It does have a Dali vibe. These lands can't be far, right? Once you get into Europe and whatnot, it's all the same. It's all the same out there. Ooh, Royal Bodyguard. That's a banger. So not bad. 4 packs, you got an elite foil. And a couple other foils. So I did it behind the art on that one too, guys. You can check that out. So in this artwork here, this was Las Meninas. It's a very famous Spanish painting that she mirrored this after. So, of course, in the original painting, there is not the Royal Bodyguard. But the famous painter did paint himself in the piece, and so did Liz Danforth. Very subtly over here, kind of in the background, right? You wouldn't really know it's Liz. It just looks like whatever, just like another character or figure in the card. But it's actually Liz Danforth in the artwork. Hey, what's up, Greg? I've been seeing you on the streams lately, man. I didn't know you tuned into YouTube too much. But I saw you on Philosopher Card's stream the other night. I forget if he was opening Magic or was he actually opening Sorcery? He does mix in a little Sorcery still these days, even though he's a bitter, angry man these days. He's having a tough go at it. It's hard times. As soon as the hat came off on Steve, turned into an absolute animal. 2 exceptionals and an elite in 4 packs. 4 packs. So you're saying the Royal is $150 and he paid $100. He paid $100 for 4 packs. 20 because he's he's in Patreon now. He was one of the new Patreon members. So that's not bad. He made his money back on that one if he wants to flip it. Yeah, him and his wife are awesome. They're really into art, so they've been picking up some of the altars. In fact, I got him here. He bid publicly so I could show this. Look at these altars he won. Look at the taste this guy has. He got the Enchantress by Atlas Thorn. Showtime Sorcerer by Atlas Thorn. Him and his wife. Helpful Hob. Beautiful One by Vivian Kalazans, who's going to be prominently featured this week. And this one, Amazing Edge of the World, also by Vivian. It's a big Vivian guy. These are just from, in Babbling Brook. I forgot about Babbling Brook. This was the latest one we did from Vivian. Man, he's got a hell of a look at this collection he's got going. Look at these killer. Look at these freaking altar cards. These altar cards, guys, are so godly. Are you kidding me with this? Look at this. Someone screenshot that, please. For the love of God, have some respect. Wait a second. We need some ambiance. Where's my ambiance piece? Where's my Oh, here we go. Here we go. He should. Maybe this guy jinxed us last time. There's the ambiance piece. Let me make sure, because someone's going to screenshot this, right? We got to get the Collector Art House logo in there. It's unfortunate glare. I don't know how I can get Leo in there. We'll just have him creeping from the top. But you got to have the Collector Art House logo too. It's a branding move. That's a clutch branding move. There it is, guys. Go ahead, screenshot that one. Screenshot that, because we need Leo. You see? All right, screenshot it now. You got Art House, Leo, Vivian, and of course, the great Atlas Thorn. Robert, what's up, man? Yeah, I didn't know you were on the stream. Dude, you just crushed on those 4 packs. This is what you hit in a previous break. So you did not do well on the last one, but you made up for it on this one. You guys have great taste, you and your wife. I wish my wife was in the sorcery. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'd be spending too much money. Maybe it's a good oil and water situation there. Keep each other balanced. But it's good to have support too. She's into the paintings. She's not into the paintings. Maybe that's a good thing too. I don't know, honestly. Could snowball even harder than it already does. All right. Pyle and Laxon. All bangers. Robert coming into the Patreon swinging for the fences. Yeah, man. All right. Laxon. Laxon for 10. All right, we're going to put Laxon next to Leo. Laxon goes hard, too. He is often into the breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are we clipping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right, Leo. Don't jinx us now. Yeah, the wife keeps the balance. All right. Squirming Mass. I want to say I almost thought that was on the token sheet too, but that wouldn't be on the token. I still hold out hope that there's a curio where Eric actually used my flavor text that I suggested for him and he liked for a hot minute. Then got rid of it. Then he got rid of it for the final print in alpha. I had my second in the sun. I know it doesn't show on my pasty face, but I was in the sun for a hot minute. Ooh, I think did we get a Severine unicorn? Is that a unicorn? Oh, it's Unravel. It's Unravel, actually. Yeah, I often mix those up when I'm opening the packs because of the yellow. But who is this? This is Laxon. Okay. Laxon got the Eric's Curioso last week. Now I remember clearly. All right, see you, Sean, man. Yeah, you're a warrior. You've been joining it all this late. Congrats on the win tonight, too, pal. Great win on the windmill. Win on the windmill. Sean, check it out, dude. Your new windmill. Elvira Palikowska. Artist proof. Alpha. She sold more than half, guys. They're going fast. All right. All terrain. And the lampreys. Is the muck lampreys a big thing? People were talking about that last week, right? It was on Philo Card Stream. Oh, there's a mix. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think Eric owns that one. That is a beautiful painting. Very nice. Yeah, he hasn't decided to give it to me yet. I'm sure he's thinking about it. I'm sure it's really weighing on his mind. He's like, should I do it? Should I send that one to Mike? Just hasn't happened quite yet. It's close to a decision on it, though. We got about a 1% chance on that one. 99% chance of failure. Was that my favorite one? I like the Aqua a lot, too. He gave the Terra to Red Zone Rogue. Boss Troll. Guttering? Guttering, not flickering. Philo convinced me to get my muck foil graded. Remind me, man. I want to show you. I think I have the muck. Oh, there you go. I think I have the muck sketch, original sketch. You know, Vin, man, Vin, my guy. I got some Vasily sketches. I could deal to you if you give me that briar patch. What is it going to take, Vin? Don't listen to Itza. He thinks all these cards are going to be banned. He's not good for you. I'm looking out for your best interest. Itza, is that another muck? Was there a muck in there? There's another muck. These things are everywhere. All right. So I'm getting messages about the playmats. You guys saw the playmat showcase earlier. If you joined late. Oh, another mix. Look at that. I was just talking about it. The Aqua. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Air might be the best. I used to like the Aqua the best, I think. I don't know. The Aqua is very impressive. The lighting on that's phenomenal. Look at this. Aqua. It's like she's like underwater, right? That's why her hair's coming up. And this is like reflecting on her skin. This is genius artwork. Elvira Palakowska is mega talent, guys. Unbelievable artist. Unbelievable. And we got her to come to Sorcery Con last year. She went to the IX Art Show and then Sorcery Con. That MF is going straight to the frame shop and then my wall. I will find you, Vin. I will find you. I will find you. No idea who you're dealing with here. No idea. Guttering. Never flickering. Never the sleep flavor text that it should have been. What does this Smothering Tithe even do? Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If the player doesn't, you create a treasure token. Those things did not exist in my day. Sacrifice. It's an artifact with tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Flavor text, I await your donation. All right. Flavor text is solid. The rest of it's a bunch of nonsense. Bunch of nonsense. All right, Laxon. I don't know, man. You did all right. You hit 2 mixes. I don't know what the mixes go for, you know. And then you got an ordinary foil. Solid on the mixes. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad nor sad about getting 2 mixes. Not mad nor sad. I await your donation. We got 1 last donation left. I got to spin the wheel so I can take a drink. 1 last. 15. It's going to be Pile. Called it. Called it. Knew it the whole time. No Dan tonight. He's at Seattle Sorcery Con. All right, guys. So this is the pack that's supposed to have the Curio because it's the bottom right pack in the box, right? All right, so he's off the wheel. We're donezo with that. Let me show the Vivian paintings while I have this up. Original painting by Vivian Kalazans coming this week. Big-ass painting. Big. Big. And then the altar. Secret tunnel. See the tunnel? Altar tunnel. Original tunnel. Incredible work. An incredible spectacle by one of the greats, Vivian Kalazans. All right, so this is the Curio pack. You guys want to do the Curio pack first or last? If it doesn't have the word effing in the text, it's not a Wolf of Wall Street card. You're right. They stopped short on that. I should have had him alter the text. Maybe I'll send it back. Get him to curse on this card a few times. This is the Curio pack. We'll do that last, guys, because the Brahm's in that one. They say the bottom right pack is the Curio pack. So we'll save that for the grand finale. How's that for retention metrics on YouTube? Oh, that looks familiar. You ever seen that one before? Look at that one. Beautiful. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how surreal it is to own a freaking Gadu painting that's like as tall as my kids. It's unbelievable. So, Robert, if you buy the altar, you got to buy the painting because it's going to be a package deal. But how sick would it be to display assorted animals? That was a fun one. Surprise for Alpha. How amazing would it be to have like a full scale original painting? I don't know if you're an original. Do you collect original paintings or are you just into altars? I think it's pretty amazing to have an original painting with a matching altar. That is pretty epic. You don't see that. I'm not sure. Do you guys? Hey, Robert, you're into you were in the Magic before too, right? Didn't you discover my stuff from the other altars Discord? He wants it all. My question to you is, if you're into altars and you've been in altar scenes for a while, do you see these altars selling original paintings, or is this kind of like a new novel idea? Yeah, I know. For sure, altars are more budget friendly. It's more like Death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? Like it adds up because you want them all. Like I had to have that one when I saw it, even though it was on a Magic card. I was like, that's going to be my guy for breaks. Oh, you found... Wait, what? We do paintings, but altars are... Oh, so you do paintings to some extent. You found... You mean you found sorcery through me? How did you actually find my stuff? Did you find me on YouTube? Or how did you find that I exist in this world? That's always an interesting question. Because I find that some people sold that original painting a few weeks back. I find that some people are not on the social medias, believe it or not. Seems almost unimaginable. Oh, he said he found me through sorcery. Yeah, but where? Gridlord? Yeah, some people are not on Facebook, even though there's over 5,000 members now in the Sorcery Community Facebook group that I created. And some people are not on Discord either, which I can understand. I wasn't on Discord until a few years ago. Now we got, what, 1,500 people on the Discord? I wasn't even on it at all. I didn't really know it existed, actually, until like 4 or 5 years ago. And then I created my own Discord a couple years ago. We're at 1,500. Got 5,000 on Facebook, though. That's the bomb. And then I actually got several other Facebook groups beyond that. Some people think that's my only one, but I got an Artist Proof and Altars and the Art Market. Whatnot, another Discord, then found yours. Oh, all right, cool, man. I'm glad you found it. Yeah, Whatnot's interesting. It's good. Whatnot is growing the game. That's great. Maybe I should reach out to some of those Whatnot guys. I never mess with Whatnot. I'm not really on there as a participant, like viewer, too much, nor a. I've never actually sold anything on there. It's probably the better. If you're really going to lean into breaks, I mean, clearly Whatnot is the platform for it. That's probably the way to go. But, you know, I got a multifaceted thing here where I like to do YouTube, to do the live impromptu type engagement with people, and then I'm on Discord a lot, shooting the shit, chatting with people. And I love Facebook because I'm an old boomer, and you know, I like the post aspect. You can post pictures, you can write longer things than you would on like an Instagram or something, and engage in a different way. Each platform has its own benefits, right? You reach out to that dude who was crushing and railing pills during his break. A sorcery breaker was doing that? Actually sounds awesome. Sounds pretty interesting, actually. It's a good sales pitch for that guy's break channel. Was it Elon? Crushing ketamine? People say he loves that ketamine. I don't know. Getting hit in a lot of humble villages lately. Oh, he was Pokemon? That's weird, dude. Probably shouldn't be crushing that kind of stuff if you're doing a Pokemon thing. What's the rarity on Seer? I forget. Is that just an elite? I think it's an elite. All right. Got 2 packs left. Not the greatest 15 packs from Pyle. He did very well last week, but unfortunately, the way it rolled, the bangers were at the top of this box. Remember that, guys. A lot of the foils were at the top of the box. I pulled them from the box left to right, but they were very top-loaded towards the top of the box. He was yelling at his kid. Is there a YouTube recap of this? This sounds like a great show. Not gonna lie, Grim Reaper. It's kind of perverse and effed up to say, but it sounds pretty entertaining the way you guys are describing it. Maybe it was a lot worse, and like really kind of effed up. But you guys are making a hell of a sales pitch for that guy's channel. I mean, you got him yelling at kids, crushing pills. I guess like if I don't think Sergi would allow such a thing. But maybe on Whatnot, you kind of, as long as you don't kill a guy, you can do whatever you want. You got a 3-card Pietro? Oh, sick. Yeah. I didn't know you were in the Pietro, too. I have a couple more Pietros that I have not auctioned yet. Yeah, he's been doing some cool stuff. Showing those on the socials. All right. So we got the box done. Let me check those sketches and see if I have the Muck Lamprey. What is this? Oh. All right. So speaking of Pietro, I think I got a Pietro. All right. Yeah, this is from Pietro. A gift for you for all the effort and dedication you put into this project and community. Greetings from the motherland. Yeah, the motherland, Italy. Yeah, he did this great painting for me. It's pretty awesome, huh? It's pretty cool. Pietro's got a very unique style. You know it's him right away. 2024. What else is in here? I think this is just support. Oh, okay, yeah. The Devious Deed. Where did I put the I must oh, okay. Where did I put the art? Did he paint this on an artist proof? I mean an altar. An altar of wait, Devious Deed. I gotta ask him what's up with this. Devious Deed? Sacrifice a mortal ally, search your spellbook for a non-mortal minion with the same rarity of it, put it in your hand. Is Devious Deed even a card in the game? Confused, guys. I don't remember things good. Pietro di Cero, Devious Deed. Oil gum print, pencil, and pen drawings, acrylic, and markers. That's pretty slick. I like that. COA, Art Gallery. All right, so that's Pietro. But what we're going to look at now is see if I have this Muck Lamprey. So I do have a few prints left from, I have a Face City print left. I know that. And the Deer. So that's the original sketches for, you know what? It's too much harsh lighting here. I can do one of those. All right. Face City. The Sir Garrus. The Face City, right? These are original sketches from Vasily Ermolayev. Face City. Gotta make sure not to bleed on these. Squeakers? These little buggers. Look at these little guys. Hang on. All right. Got Squeakers. There it is. The White Deer. I got a few prints of those left. Or at least one. This is a popular one. All right. Oh, that's another version of it. Yet another version of it. The staff, Merlin staff. That's pretty epic. Wow, super creative, man. That knotted staff, kind of making a hand at the top. That's pretty sick. Working out the top of it. I like how that culminated in that. One of these guys. Look at these guys. Look how menacing they were. Made them a little cuter in the end. Not so much. I think that was closer to the final version, right? There we go. There's the final. This is sick. And then the skulls under the text box. Brilliant. There it is. The Muck Lampreys. There she is, guys. I knew it. I knew I had Muck. Was it upside down? Yeah, because then you have the title box up there he's kind of playing with. And then the mechanic box at the bottom. The Muck Lampreys. Original sketch. That's a big one. That is a big one, guys. The Troll Bridge. That is a big alpha one. Shifting Sands. So you got the alpha spot. Kyle also has an alternate version that you might expect as a prize card or promo, perhaps, or dust promo. And then Crossroads. It's the largest one of the bunch. Upside down. City in the back. Crossroads, beautiful concept. I love that. Yeah, the Elfank. The Elfank is the failed pitch for the that black mascot. All right. Shortest stream ever, hour and a half. We got through it, made the magic happen. So Luke won the Ed Beard Jr., my last set of coins. I bought like 6 sets of these, I think, from Art or from Ed. Oh, speaking of Ed, guys. So we're gonna have a we got a little time, right? Let's go back to the Facebooks. Let me go back to Facebook. I'm going to show you guys a collaboration that I'll be doing with Ed Beard Jr. on, speaking of playmats, right? So you guys are going to have the option on old print versus new print of, oh wow, he's doing some great sketch work. Let's see here. So we got a couple guys joining the Facebook group. People liked my joke about Vin stealing that painting from under me. All right, guys. What we need to do here, it looks like it's sanitary. I can show my screen. You can bust up a thumbnail if you try to flip those coins. Those coins do not mess around. All right, so that's Ed Beard Jr. to Tennessee Ren Fair. So did he post it on? That's looking pretty jacked there. Look at him holding that gothic frame. All right, so here it is. He did the Dragon Lord playmat. Look at this, guys. Leo. I love Leo. So this is the playmat. You got the 10 squares. You got the Dragon Lord's Lair. Dragon Lord's Lair. Copyright 2023, Ed Beard Jr. So he's been doing this for 2 years. 2023 he's been painting these. This is one of the first paintings he did, as I recall. And it says, for my Sorcery Contested Realm players who are excited about the Gen Con release. Yeah, I could do it like that. The Gen Con release of my Dragon Lord mini set from Sorcery TCG. I have another special release that will also be happening at Gen Con, presenting the Dragon Lord's Lair playmat and with grid. I will also have non-grid version for my collectors at our shows. He was telling me when he goes to the run fairs, to these shows, they like the art without the grid, just the natural pure art. I might actually get one without the grid too. I really like that too, just the aesthetics of it. I really might do that. Naturally, you went with our manufacturer Ultra Pro to create the highest quality playmat. They really do great work there. Special coupons for my Patreon members, and there's a link to his Patreon, artist Ed Beard Jr. Also, don't forget to join Collector Art House Facebook page groups to acquire a special coupon for this playmat. To receive an even greater coupon, join the Mike Servati Collector Art House Patreon as well. Very nice of Ed to do that and promote both my Patreon and his. And yeah, so the deal I worked out with Ed is we're going to get a 20% discount on these playmats to people that are in the paid tier Patreon at Collector Art House. If you join the Sorcery Community Facebook group or the Collector Art House Discord, there will be a 10% discount code that I'll put out there. So you can save double, 20%, if you're a paid tier Patreon supporter in my Patreon. That's an exclusive code. Remember, guys, please don't share these exclusive codes. I have a 10% code with bearish acrylic cases, exclusive to Patreon supporters. And there's going to be a 20% code for this Dragonlord mini set. And then I will most likely, I think I'll be collaborating. I got to work this out with Ed, but I'm going to see if there's an opportunity to work with him to sell the Dragonlord mini set itself, because he's going to be getting a version of the box, and then he's planning on doing like these sketch art cards to go with his box. So it'll be a special package, a little more expensive than the retail MSRP price of because he's got to invest his time to do the art card. But I don't think it's going to be wildly more expensive. It's going to be what I think is very reasonable. So that'll be a special opportunity, and maybe we can make sure you guys get that. I'll have to talk to Ed to see if we can get some of the Dragonlord mini set sold through Collector Art House Patreon. And, unless it's like widely available and you can just get it anywhere. But if it's harder to get, maybe we can work something out and coordinate with them. But in any case, we are going MSRP. We are going to do the Dragonlord mini set playmat. Playmat, guys. 10% off publicly where I across my social medias, and then 20% in the Patreon. All right, guys. It's been fun. Thank you for tuning in. Please join the Sorcery Community Facebook group. Let me check where we're at with this, guys. 5,046 members. Wow, we've had quite a surge. Because remember, just a couple weeks. Pelly's here. Oh, all right, hang on. Let's take a look at Pelly. I exposed Pelly, and then Chase jacked my game there, man. I did a big time exposure of Pelly, and then Chase took it to another level and plastered his face all over the interwebs. Look at this guy. Look at this handsome bastard Pelly. So Pelly commissions this painting from what happened there? I don't want cash back. He commissions this painting from Drew Tucker. Sends it to he's like, Eric, look at this painting. Eric likes the painting. He makes this card out of it. So I was at the IX Art Show. I told you this, Pelly. I was at the IX Art Show last year in October. And Drew had like little prints of your painting, right? And I was like, something's up here, man. This is going to be in Sorcery. Maybe you were already informed and you were just being sly with me, right? Then at Sorcery Con, they revealed officially that Pelly's card got the King Arthur promo card treatment. Promo art. I guess you can't say that on a Swedish Eric's Curiosa, right? You got to put the alpha symbol on there. Promo art copyright, though, right? Copyright Drew Tucker. So why not copyright Eric's Curiosa? Now I got to get all the Eric's Curiosas. All right, you got the Kaio cards. We actually sold a bunch of those paintings. Look at Pelly right here. Look at Pelly all dressed up. Who superimposed you in this suit? How much gel you got up in that hair? Look at that, Pelly. That is quite a lift. Envious. Me, I'm only rocking like an inch. You got a solid 2.5 inches there. I am far behind. I need more growth. That's a hell of a frame there too. Did you do this frame? I think you showed me this frame long ass time ago. That is a hell of a frame. I don't know why this office is so clean. Is that an uncut sheet behind you? I missed that. Uncut sheet. Look at this guy. He's like a politician. He's like, Elon's out, I'm in. Sub in Pelly. He's sending them in. You don't need Elon. Are you on the Doge team, Pelly? Are you on the Doge team? Be honest with me. No one dresses like that unless they're doging. Is that a wool suit? I don't know. Yeah, that's a nice frame job too on that uncut sheet. That's a sight sheet, isn't it? It looks like it's alpha. He's got an alpha sight sheet. Unique. It's a unique, no less. This guy's not messing around. Frame is nice. Pelly. The Prince of Doge. Impressive, man. All right, guys, 5,046 members, Facebook community group, Sorcery Con online cups going on this weekend. First quarter next year, me and the boys are planning Sorcery Con main event in TBD. TBD is where that'll be. After the online cup is over, we are going to get serious about main event Sorcery Con. So we need to nail down the venue and the dates and the venue, and we'll make a big time announcement. And then I'm going to be charging a million miles per hour, calling up every artist, being like, you coming to Sorcery Con, right? Sorcery Con. So we had 15 artists there last time, 14 sorcery artists. Ed Bear Jr. made a special appearance. Dustin Brossard Alters was there. First quarter next year, I'm trying to twist Atlas Thorn's arm to come out there. Atlas is a sorcery artist now. He was going to come out as an alterist. Now he's a sorcery artist. Where's Alter? Or where's Atlas? I was going to I called him Alter. Remember, imagine if his name was Alter Thorn. I mean, it's wild enough. It's Atlas Thorn. But maybe we get Atlas out there. Dustin, I think, would be very interested in coming back. Vivian Kalazans, they got to get that travel visa. It's kind of complicated coming from Brazil, apparently. So that could be a challenge, but hopefully they can come. I'd love to really finally get Severine and Vincent Popetti to come out. But, we're trying to make the magic happen, guys. One day at a time, one event at a time. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend and sample pack next week if you guys are down. It's up to you. If we sell out the sample pack, this one's getting destroyed next week. It is a German pack, right? Because it's got the label. It's got the label on top. Label on top, baby. That means Germany. Sample pack. Grails within. Nothing is more rare than the sample cards. One of the most rare items in Sorcery. So that'll be exciting. We haven't done that in quite a while. You guys want to go to Cleveland, Ohio, Indy, Chicago, Orlando? Are your best guesses? KC. All right, guys. Have a good weekend and take care. See ya. Thanks for tuning in.